Look at you. So precious there. It's Sunday, and I knew that I would find you here. Spooky Scary Sunday is upon us, and you, as anxious as always to partake in this scary media with me, has already arrived. How long you been here? Don't answer that. It's okay. Last week we left off at in a pretty sticky situation. On the run from the cops and looking for a place to call home. That's all. That's all I ever wanted. Well, that and for you to slice that like button every week. This is a pretty good show, I think, but anyway, we're going to just go into some scary videos for this week. I'm gonna tell you how exactly I got out of that situation because it was crazy, but we'll save that for next week. So if you don't know what Spooky Scary Sunday is, I mean, by this point, I hope you literally just subbed 5 minutes ago. Spooky Scary Sundays is a show where every Sunday, all the samurai come together, the whole tribe, the whole community, and we kick back, grab some snacks, and watch some scary videos. Now these scary videos are sent in by you guys via Twitter using the hashtag Spooky Scary Sunday. Go to Twitter at CoryxKenshin, follow me, of course. Hashtag Spooky Scary Sunday, and then drop the link to the scariest video that you know. Get you some snacks, alright? Get you some Starburst, some Twix, and a bag of Doritos. So with all that being said, first video. Guys, so the last one for tonight is 2 disturbing horror stories. Llama Arts, I'm a big fan. We went over this, but I gotta say it every time. I'm a big fan. Please don't copyright me. Appreciate you. Okay, right into it.
Over the weekend, about 15 coworkers and myself had our company.
Is this the same guy? His voice didn't drop 8 octaves. But y'all know I can also make my voice deep as freak. And when I get up on a mic like this, you know.
Trip to the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, known for being Stephen King's inspiration for The Shining. We took an 8 p.m. ghost tour where we joined about 15 other people to get guided around the property and told stories about its history and creepy things that are said to have happened. We were told to take a lot of pictures, I'm sure to try and capture orbs or ghosts. Many green orbs were caught in pictures, but I don't think anything is as creepy as this photo taken by my coworker. A little girl in a hot pink dress who was definitely not on our tour.
Who is
apparently, years ago, a young girl who was 12 to 13 by the name of Lucy was squatting in the basement of the concert hall, which is where this photo was taken, and she was discovered upon plans to begin some construction. She was forced to leave, and the night got below freezing. So she froze to death. Everyone on my tour has vouched that this girl was not on our tour. I mean, who wouldn't remember someone wearing hot pink? The man pictured as our tour guide, no one would have been in front of him. I am convinced that this is the ghost of Lucy. Just one more added note, though I doubt anyone would believe me. But there was only one time throughout the tour where I felt any strange energy or feeling. And it was right there, headed down to the basement of the concert hall.
Oh, that's it. Oh, narrated by Corpse Husband. You got a nice voice, brother.
This happened a few weeks ago when I was walking home from school, excited that my freshman year was coming to an end. It was a Tuesday night when I was turning in my last essay for history. I left it to the last minute and the teacher actually made me complete it before I could go home. I hated my teacher for that. Around 8 p.m., I had finished that essay and was walking home. The rain had stopped and there was a beautiful sunset. Suddenly, I noticed something. There was a red 2016 Toyota Camry right behind me. I got goosebumps thinking it was following me. I didn't look back and started walking in my apartment's direction. I wanted to go to a busy road to feel safer. Just then, the car sped up, stopping right next to me.
Oh,
A
heck
middle-aged
no.
man asked me where I was headed and suggested to drop me off. I said no thanks, but the man wouldn't leave and insisted. I wanted to tell the man to just fuck off, but I took off running instead.
There you go.
I heard a loud noise and at the same time felt something I can only describe as a sharp vibration hitting my flesh.
Got tased.
I fell to the ground not knowing what happened. Out of adrenaline, I was about to get up and run again as I felt a heavy arm grab me by the mouth.
No.
Then the pain set in. I realized that I was shot.
Dang!
There was another man next to him that searched my pockets.
Oh, this
He
guy's
grabbed my
a
phone and
creep.
threw it on the ground as he
He's
tied my legs
Snapchat.
and taped my mouth. They quickly put me into the trunk of their car and then started driving.
Oh my
I
god.
could feel that we were going very fast, and I'm sure that we hadn't stopped at all for a good 30 minutes. I was feeling my blood soaking into my shirt, which scared me the most. I was certain that I was going to die. I was thinking about my parents and what they would feel when they heard that I was missing. Then the car came to a stop. By some miracle, I heard a police officer asking for IDs and driver's licenses.
Let's go.
I wanted to yell for help, but nothing came out. Just then,
Bro, lick
I
that-
heard 3 to 4 gunshots. I heard another cop yelling,
Man down! Man down! Shots fired!
I was begging the cop to find me. Then I heard the
Okay.
cop searching the car. I was feeling
go.
joy as my
Bang
pain
on
was
something.
growing worse. Seconds felt like hours. The officer then opened the car's trunk and suddenly started firing at me out of a fight or flight response. Thankfully, the bullets missed. The officer quickly caught up to the fact that I was kidnapped and injured.
And he looked like the type of cop that'd do that. Y'all know what type of cop I'm talking about, right? The one with the he got big teeth, can't even close his mouth. What's going on over here? Is everything all right? You know how fast you were going there, boy? Does anyone need help over here? You need help. Somebody need help. Sir, it looks like you need help.
He called for backup immediately, and it arrived in minutes. They placed the injured officer onto a gurney and drove off in an ambulance. Finally, when the scene was safe, they called another ambulance for me. I woke up in the hospital. The news media was everywhere. I was fine after a few days, but later learned that the officer that was shot didn't make it.
Dang.
I don't know if those men are still alive or rotting away in a prison for killing an officer.
How
I don't
wouldn't you
want to
that?
know what would have happened if those officers hadn't stopped the car.
Dang. Now this next one's called I Stayed at a Creepy Old Lady's House and Then Escaped. It was uploaded by Stephen D. Now this was sent to us by my sister, who is a avid CoryKenshin fan. Not a big Cory fan though. But with that being said, she said it was perfect for our Triple S.
In the late 1960s, my great-uncle John was traveling by train from his village to another to visit family. He had to change trains at one point.
This guy narrating feels, I mean...
In the late 1960s, my great-uncle John was traveling by train from his village to another to visit family. He had to change trains at one point and was dropped off at what amounted to a platform in a hut in the middle of nowhere. There was no one at the station, and other than a dirt road that led off into the surrounding woods, there was nothing there. He waited for some time, but no train came. It was winter and getting colder and darker, and just about the time he started worrying about a place to stay and some food to eat, an old woman appeared out of the twilight. She asked if he was waiting for a train, and when he said he was, she said it wouldn't be long until the following day. She asked if he needed a bed for the night and offered him a meal and a room at her house. He was glad to accept her offer and stay out of the cold. He took
I
his
don't
suitcase
know.
and they set off together down the dark road
Why were
into the
you
forest.
walking out here, Grandma?
It was more than an hour away, and by the time they arrived at the woman's small two-story house, John was tired and hungry. They went inside and the woman lit some oil lamps and warmed some borscht for them. John finished his soup and asked where he would be sleeping. She led him up to the stairs to a tiny room with a window that contained a single bed and nothing else. He thanked her. They said goodnight and she closed the door.
He did.
Then she locked it, leaving him in the dark. Somewhat creeped out by this, John called to her, but she didn't answer and he heard nothing else. Figuring he would deal with it in the morning and that she had probably done it by mistake,
I gotta pee!
John set his suitcase down and laid on the bed. Before he could fall asleep though, he felt the urge to pee and got out of bed hoping to find a chamber pot or something he could pee in. He got onto his hands and knees and began to feel under the bed in the darkness, thinking that's where the pot would be if there was one.
It's in the 60s. Who's that?
He found the body. John went right to the window to see if he could exit the room that way. It was nailed shut.
Bro, I'm
he knew that
breaking
if
it!
he remained in the room, he was probably a dead man. But if he broke the window and tried to get out of the way, there was a good chance that the old woman would hear him and come into the room before he could get away. So he did the only thing he could do. He pulled the body from under the bed, heaved it onto the mattress, and covered it with the blanket. Then he got under the bed and waited. Sure enough, about an hour later, he heard footsteps coming slowly up the stairs and then toward the room. The lock clicked and the knob turned slowly. In the gloom, John saw someone moving toward the bed. Then he heard several sickening thuds. The person had bashed the body on the bed with a large crowbar, which then dropped onto the floor right in front of John. There was silence. Then the person went out the room and the door was shut again. John moved from under the bed and took the crowbar and was able to slowly pry the window open. When the window was up, he threw his suitcase out and dove through himself, not caring what was below him, only worried about what was behind. He landed without too much injury and began to run into a field behind the house towards some light in the far distance. It turned out to be a highway with some military and transport trucks on it, and luckily John was able to get a ride to another village where he could catch a train. He didn't bother reporting what had happened to the authorities, since at that time in the USSR, there was a distinct chance he would have been the one who got into trouble. He just thanked God he had escaped and decided that the next time he traveled to visit relatives, he would take another way.
Dude, I would have broke that window so quick. That would have been my first idea. But then I would have had to outrun some guy. I thought it was just gonna be the old lady. Some guy came in with a crowbar. Now this next one's called My Playmate Horror Story, and it was uploaded by Wansi Entertainment. Now this was sent to us by Queen B 101. So Queen, hey, this song's for you, all right? Hey, you the queen. Thank you. Oh, my invisible playmate?
When I was 8 years old, I didn't have any friends. My mom wouldn't allow me to play outside with the other kids in our neighborhood.
Dang!
I was always alone. The only playmates I had were my cousins and my brother, but it took 3 hours and 25 minutes to get to their houses.
Dang.
One day, my mom let me play outside with the kids in our neighborhood for the first time because she was going somewhere, maybe to work or to run errands. I got my dolls and other toys and was excited to play with the kids outside. When I got there, no one wanted to play with me. The attempt was useless, but then someone approached me. He had puppy eyes and was cute. We quickly became playmates.
What's wrong with his shirt?
Even though he was a boy, he would join me for tea parties with my dolls. He also invited me to play with him at his house. But I was confused because his house looked old and abandoned.
Yeah.
Like it hadn't been cleaned up for almost 12 years. We decided to go play in his garden. When we got there, I puked. I didn't know why at the time, but for some reason, I was disgusted. He didn't offer me water or anything. He just looked at me grinning and said, "Next time, you're going to sleep here too." 2 weeks after that upsetting
Actually, I didn't consent to sleeping here, you ruffian.
experience, I went looking for him. A paper airplane flew to me out of nowhere. I picked it up, and when I opened it, I
He's
was
dead.
shocked, scared, and sad. It was a newspaper clipping. The boy that I played with went missing 9 years ago. I ran to my bedroom, and I saw a shadow through my window. I looked at it closely, and it was the boy.
Look at his neck.
He was smiling. Today, I'm 19 years old, and I still remember that part of my childhood so clearly.
Oh my god.
Sometimes it be like that. You thought you had a friend, and they was dead the whole time. That never happened to y'all? Last one for this week is, you guessed it, he's hot, he's what's popping, he's trendy right now. Siren Head, The Creation. Now this was uploaded by SCP Animated, and it was sent to us by Harrison White, who says, slice that like button, but also that this is a sequel to the Siren Head animation we watched a couple weeks back. Y'all remember the one where the dude, his mom got bodied, and then he took his dog to go fight Siren Head, and then he got smacked up? This is a direct sequel. So if you haven't watched that one, go watch that one first, and we on to the sequel. Shout out to SCP Animated. Y'all killing it. That's when his mom got bodied. Oh, no, that's him. But the end of the other one made it seem like he died, because Siren Head started calling out to the dog, which I forgot the dog's name.
It's about time. Been wondering if you were gonna wake up at all.
What?
Where am I?
Man's got one shoe
How
on.
did I get here?
I imagine the same way I did. Him.
Right. I guess I never considered it had a gender. It was always just this thing. This monster.
Name's Charlotte. And if it's any consolation, I'm sorry your luck has brought you here.
My name's Jackson. Same to you.
What's your dog's name, Jackson?
What's your story? Clearly you already know about the Siren Head. Have you had run-ins with him before?
Yeah.
You could say that. You took my mom.
No, the dog. Get out of there.
I'll admit I've never fully recovered. I mean, I went after the guy with just an axe and a shotgun. How nutty must I have been? Every night for years, when I laid my head down, it wasn't the swaying of the wheat or the chirp of the crickets I heard. It was the distorted, muffled voice of my mother speaking to me. It was Siren Head.
Wow. That all sounds really rough. I know you probably heard it from everyone close to you, but it isn't your fault, Jackson.
Oh, I know it isn't my fault. It's his. Now tell me, how did you find yourself down here?
Where are we?
Mine might not be as tragic as yours, but it is complicated, to say the least. In my former life, I was a doctor. Well, at least I was training to be one. When it all began, I was simply a resident, under the tutelage of the master surgeon, Dr. Vincent Henderson. God, did I respect that man.
That's a nod to Trevor Henderson, the creator of Siren Head.
There was no problem he couldn't fix, big or small. Man, if he wasn't set on fixing everything he could. Luckily, I felt the same way. I thought the two of us could change the world. I would have followed him to the end of the earth. Sometimes, it feels like I did. About 2 years into my residency, he became extremely focused on philanthropic aid. We started taking trips to hospitals in more impoverished areas, volunteering entire weekends at a time. He kept pushing me harder, saying that we needed to do more. It was our civic duty. I was constantly exhausted. I couldn't catch a break. If it was anybody else, I would have given up and found a new surgeon to study under, but he was so inspiring. I pushed through so much exhaustion and pain for him and for the people we were helping. Invariably, there were patients that we could do nothing for. Either we were too late or they were too sick. Over time, I started to become accustomed to death, as Most doctors do.
Oh.
That stuck out to me. He never said that before. So I tried consoling him, saying that it wasn't up to him what they did with their lives. Then he looked at me intensely and said, "Maybe not, but there is something we can do with their deaths." He had me follow him into an exam room at the back of the practice, pushed a floor-to-ceiling storage cabinet aside to reveal a metal door that I'd never seen before.
Doc? Milo!
Where are you, boy?
No, don't follow him. Milo, that's not him.
Wow. A secret room. What was in there?
Are they
The
dead?
room was a cold storage unit. I'd never known about it all my months of working with him. He unlocked it and ushered me inside. I remember the shock, mostly, and the smell. There were 4 bodies laying on metal exam tables covered in thin white sheets. Panic started to rise, and every muscle in my body was ready to run, but a certain curiosity held me back. He walked to the first body and looked at me before lifting the sheet. It was a Caucasian male, about 40, bloated and extremely pale. His skull had been opened and sewn shut again, and there were pins sticking into his scalp.
Yeah.
There was a speaker in his mouth, stretching his lips abnormally wide. The second body Vincent uncovered was a Middle Eastern female, no older
What?
than 30, who I could tell had been beautiful before she was hacked up. The third one was very thin, probably someone who suffered from anorexia. She was definitely less bloated than the others, but that could have been because the body was fresher. At this point, my mind was spinning and it felt hard to breathe. Vincent barely showed any emotion at all, probably just trying to gauge my reaction. He did hesitate slightly before revealing the last body, though. I couldn't tell what it had been. The entire head had been removed.
Serious?
Instead of a neck, there was a metal pole sticking out from between the shoulders, and mounted on top of it was a large, cone-shaped speaker. More like a megaphone or a siren than a speaker, really. The body was completely emaciated. The skin was leathery, almost like it had been mummified.
I'm gonna stop you right there. This long-winded speech of yours really just boils down to your buddy creating this monster.
Yep.
That's all it is, isn't it?
There's more to it. Really, we...
We? What do you mean, we?
Oh,
Just listen.
he about to kill you
Right
next.
after he showed me all of that, he explained the project to me. He needed help, he said. The two of us were doing all that we could, but it wasn't enough. There was still enormous suffering, even within our immediate community. Through this loss of life, he said he could build something useful, bodies to help aid us, if he could reanimate them.
What?
This was going to be his greatest achievement,
Oh
and
my.
he asked me to help him. He said he was very close to finishing the project, and he was sure his next one would work, but the operation would be delicate and lengthy.
We're all gonna die.
He needed me.
So what? You're in love with this guy, and you just do anything he asks?
It
Get
was
her!
complicated. I didn't say yes right away. I said I'd need time to think it over, which he agreed to. I knew it was disrespectful to the people whose bodies he used.
So what'd you
I
do
knew
it?
it was unnatural. Seriously, kid, I was torn about it. I couldn't sleep at night. My devotion to him and my belief in his work were pitted against this grotesque and extremely illegal project. But he procured a body just a couple days later, and when he called on me to step up, I just couldn't refuse.
Wow.
Procured a body? Jesus, did you never ask where he got them from?
Of course I did. I had a lot of questions. So many that I thought he would accuse me of prying and throw me out of his office, or worse. But he was always patient and answered every question with the same calm logic he used that first night.
I don't
The
care.
bodies were from a colleague of his. With the number of people that he helped, he'd won a ridiculous amount of favors and trust in the community.
And why the speakers?
Oh, the muscles used to create speech are much harder to control than muscles in your arms or legs. These things didn't need to talk much, but if they were going to interact with our patients, they need to speak a little. So the speakers were easier than trying to get their mouse to work.
What?
Well, we only
Why need
accomplished
two of
that
them?
once. On him. I wasn't even in the room for that part. He asked me to step out, but the rest of the operation was grueling. Prepping the body took nearly 20 hours, and then we had to remove the head, attach the sirens, string wires around, graft muscle onto metal, cover the really gross-looking parts with extra skin. It felt more like an installation than an operation in some ways. We pumped that body full of steroids, had it attached to huge monitors, used electric charges. It was so experimental. I had no idea how he came up with these techniques, if you could even call them that.
So I was right. You made it.
Sure, we both did. I felt conflicted the entire time.
Who wants a helper like that walking around the hospital? Look, it got blood on the siren. You couldn't invest in like a automaton or some Dyson robot, or it's things you can do now. Boston Dynamics, y'all, you can hit them up. You done made. No one wants to look at this. No. I'm like angry at his reasoning.
Once the thing came to life, you have to understand, I thought this would only lead to good things, less suffering. I was proud to some extent. At first it seemed to go really well. We would give it simple commands and it would listen. We just kept him in his office doing little tasks under supervision. Then, I think, Vincent went back and worked on him a little more without me.
How'd he get tall?
He started growing. And by all laws of logic, that shouldn't have happened. He wasn't truly, really alive. At least at first. He became more violent and hard to control, and one day he just broke through the wall of the office and ran off. We tracked him down to this wooded area, and it wasn't hard. He created this path of destruction wherever he went. It wasn't anything like he does now, though. He was only about 10 feet tall at the time. When we found him, he was blundering around in circles and spouting nonsense from his sirens. He seemed confused, honestly. It was all just radio static and the occasional word jumble. Vincent and I tried to talk to him, but he either didn't understand us anymore or didn't care what we were saying. Eventually, Vincent decided he was a lost cause and wanted to try again with a sixth body. But by that point, I was thoroughly horrified at what our creation had become. I told him I was out. I couldn't continue the project anymore. And I've spent all my years since then tracking Siren Head, trying to figure out how to undo my mistake.
Kill it!
Milo, there you are.
Oh.
Good boy, Milo.
Oh, no. Bro, that doesn't even smell like your master. Oh, is it?
Do you have any idea what grief you've brought people? I lost my whole family because of this thing. Who knows what it's done to other people in the 12 years since then?
You think I haven't thought about that? I've spent my whole life trying to make up for what I did.
How could you create something
Your
you
whole
had
life.
no control over?
But we did! I don't know what Vincent did to it after that first operation. That's what made us lose control.
It sounds like you're trying to tell yourself you're not to blame. Like you weren't responsible for everything it's done.
No, that's not true at all.
Oh! That's what you get.
Please, you have to help me!
I don't think so.
No.
You killed my mother.
The storytelling, incredible. The animation, lackluster. Most of the time we staring at a panning in image. The storytelling alone is carrying the series. It's a great story, and the voice acting, especially in this one, dang, I genuinely cared about what that lady was talking about. But my boy Jackson, I got a feeling that's gonna come back to bite him. See, you always gotta turn, You gotta turn that cheek, man. I know it can be hard. It's probably gonna come back and bite him. All right, update. I found out the name of the second story. It was called I Heard It Too, because we got Vince Ryan here sending me a check out this 2-sentence horror story. And I'm pretty sure the I Heard It Too, Sarah, that story is in here. However, there should be 9 other 2-sentence horror stories in this video. So Vince Ryan, I appreciate you, man. You having a good day? Yeah. What? Is she dead? Oh, okay, good. I mean, if she was, it wasn't your fault. You know what I'm saying? You just got there. Let's play. Let's read.
Number 1.
These are 2-sentence horror stories. That means they're gonna be quick, getting them off like hotcakes.
I was having a pleasant dream when what sounded like hammering woke me. After that, I could barely hear the muffled sound of dirt covering the coffin over my own scream.
Oh!
Number 2.
Buried alive.
I woke up to hear knocking on glass. At first, I thought it was the window, until I heard it come from the mirror again.
Oh my God!
Number 3. There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone.
Bro, I'm about to start crying. I am about to start crying. Look at my hand. Imagine you wake up and you grab your phone. Let me check Twitter, check my Insta. You go to your freaking camera roll. There's a picture of you. Like, sleep. Somebody freaking standing over you. Bro, how did this picture get in my phone, dude? Oh, I'm about to start crying. Guys, I told you, when I get creeped out, I live alone, dude.
Number 4.
Oh.
My wife woke me up last night to tell me there was an intruder in our house. She was murdered by an intruder 2 years ago. Number 5.
Oh, you having nightmares, my guy.
I never go to sleep, but I keep waking up.
Oh!
Number 6. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream. But as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door.
Oh! Oh, shoot, bro. Yo, these are fire. Yo, I'm running. I'm jumping out a window. Oh my gosh. He had a nightmare. The last thing he saw was 12:07. He then proceeded to get bodied by some witch from Left 4 Dead. He wakes up from the dream, sees the clock say 12:05, at which point, if I could commandeer his physical entity, would have proceeded. Ooh! I'm out of the window. I'm doing 4 somersaults and I'm landing on the front lawn. Naruto running to the police station. You wake up like, what do? You just saw your death. You know what's about to happen in 60 seconds.
Number 7.
That was the most fireworks.
There's nothing like the laughter of a baby. Unless it's 1 a.m. and you're home alone. Number 8.
Eggs, nah.
I begin tucking him into bed, and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed."
Oh!
I always thought my cat had a staring problem. She always seemed fixated on my face. Until one day, when I realized that she was always looking just behind me.
this is number 10.
Sarah!
A girl heard her mom yell her name from downstairs.
Yeah, we
So she
saw
got
this. I see why this was number 10. Now, this first one is a short one called Pringle Advert, and it was uploaded by Pilot Red Sun. Now, this was sent to us by Sohail, or Sohail. All of those are wrong. But yo, I appreciate you. All the other samurai, move out the way. I'ma just call you So. So, look at my eyes. You a real one. This is a real one detector. Oh.
Are you hungry? Why not have some Pringles?
I don't think
It's exquisite cuisine.
I don't think I need any.
Come on in and purchase this chip. Come enjoy these crisps. What's that? You're going to get Doritos instead? Really now? You think you have the audacity to buy another brand of chips?
No,
You will regret that purchase.
Okay. Don't buy Doritos. Buy Pringles. This next one's called Behind Closed Doors, and it was uploaded by Button Studio. Now, this was sent to us by Bumblebee Gaming's BBG. So we had a queen bee. Now we got a bumblebee, who is coincidentally a facsimile. Anyway, thank you so much for sending me this video. Sound like some parents arguing. What the freak? Oh, heck no. Mom!
What's all this racket?
Oh, is it?
Monster!
A monster.
Over there! In the closet!
Enough! If I hear another sound from you tonight, there'll be trouble.
But the monster!
There's no such thing as monsters.
Man, I hate dads like that. Oh my gosh, did he just shot? Yo, shout out Jonathan Button. I see you, John. This is actually kind of cool. Did he see himself?
Come on, Gregory.
Woo-wee!
Time for bed.
Oh, do I have to?
Yes, it's way past your bedtime.
But there's a monster in there.
That must be your father.
What's all this mess?
What mess? I've done exactly
Why do dads always gotta come in drunk?
what you told me to do. Everything is tidy, just the way you like it.
Tidy? You call that tidy? Perhaps I should make myself more clear.
Please.
Oh my
you're
gosh.
just drunk. You don't know what
Little
you're...
drunk, am I? Why are you not in bed?
Wait till I grow up.
Go to your room.
Wait till I grow up. You put your...
Now!
Alright, that scared me a little bit. He put his hands on her? Bro.
Gregory. Let me out, Gregory.
No! Do y'all not hear this? Why is he letting him out? No jump scare, please. I'm not... Help!
And more about this. This. And this. Get up. I said, get up.
Oh my! Oh!
No!
You, come here. Just like your mother. Can't obey a single. Hey!
Rage.
Get back here!
Rage!
Don't walk away from me, boy.
Oh, he about to freaking sick that monster on him.
Gregory. You can't hide from me.
You done know.
There you are.
Oh, you done messed up.
Get off me.
Oh my gosh, he's dead?
You're a monster.
But there's no such thing as monsters.
Oh, use your own words on you, playboy. Alright, now where's the real... He wasn't even dead. But he's dead for real.
Gregory?
It's alright, Mother. It's over. He can never hurt us again.
How did he What? You what, mate? How did he transform? I don't understand. Alright, Higgs. Let's see what you got.
911, what is your emergency?
Yeah, hi. This is gonna sound kind of strange, but...
There's a man stumbling around in circles in my front yard. Could you repeat that, sir?
He looks sick or lost or drunk or something.
I just woke up to get a glass of water and heard snow crunching around underneath my front window, so I peeked out. I'm looking at him now. He's about 10 yards away from my window.
Something's not right.
What is your address, sir?
1617 Cory Lane in Pinella Pass.
I'm gonna send a squad car your way, but that's quite a ways out. Are you alone in your house, sir? Yes, I'm alone. Can you confirm that all of your doors and windows are locked? Stay on the phone with me. I know that my front is definitely locked, but I'll go check my back door again really quick.
I appreciate your help, by the way. I know this is kind of strange, but I really hope that...
Sir, are you still there?
He did.
He's still in the yard. But what the hell? He's upside down.
Sir, stay on with me. What is happening? He's staring right at me, but he's standing on his hands now.
Oh!
He's perfectly still, staring straight at me. He's doing a handstand and he's smiling at me and not moving. He's doing a handstand, sir? I don't know how he's facing me and standing on his hands and he's got this huge smile and he's perfectly still. What the
I'ma lose it.
Please.
Get someone out here now.
Sir, I need you to remain calm. I've put out the call and an officer is on his way.
His teeth are so huge. Oh my god, please help me.
Sir, I want you to try and keep an eye on him, but make sure your back door is locked again. We need to make sure all possible access points are secured. Can you talk me through and confirm that your back door is locked?
No, I cannot do that for you, sir. I am not taking my eyes off this thing. Never lose sight of the target, alright? Soon as you turn around, he gonna be 1 foot or 1 hand closer. Get it? Because he's walking on his hands, not his feet. I really do this.
Okay, I'm walking backwards now, and I'm keeping him in my sight.
My hand is on the back doorknob now. Okay, it's locked.
I need to check the deadbolt, so I'm gonna take my eyes off him for a split second.
No! Don't take the...
All right, sir. Help is on the way. Just stay on the phone with me. Everything's going to be all right. Sir?
He's gone. He's gone.
Sir, are you still there? His face. It's up against the glass.
Woohoo!
Sir, I need you to speak up.
Literally! 1 second.
I looked away for a split second, and now his face is pressed up against my front window. His teeth are huge. He's still smiling. There's no color in his eyes. Jesus, please help me. Why won't it just move? Sir, I need you to go to the nearest room and lock yourself inside of it. Do you have a basement or a bedroom that you can lock yourself in? He won't stop staring. I think he's gonna hurt me. Sir, I need you to listen to me. Lock yourself somewhere safe until the officer arrives at your house. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna lock myself in my room.
And you're positive that you're alone in your house, correct? Yes. I'm alone in the house. Wait a moment.
He's moving. He's shaking his head.
What?
He's telling me no. Oh God, I think he can hear us. He's telling me I'm not alone.
Oh my!
Sir, are you still there? Can you still hear me? What was that sound? Is everything okay? Sir?
Do you hear that mincemeat getting... Oh my gosh, dude. That's a lesson for y'all, man. Never take your eyes off. You know, if you're back against the wall, honestly, you got nothing to lose. Like, you're dead anyway. Honestly, when your back is against the wall like that, let's say like you are home by yourself, the police are not gonna be there for 30 minutes and someone is standing against your glass. You actually think you're gonna have time to stay on the phone until they... No. It's me and you, buddy. This next one's called A Scary Vacation Story 3, uploaded by our good friend, Llama Arts. How you doing, Llama? Now, this was sent to us by Dario24000. So, the rest of the samurai, just for the next, 10 seconds, move. Get out of the way. Ludacris said it best. Me and Dario right now. How you doing, my friend? My samurai brother from another mother. You sent in a story, and I appreciate you for it. Llama Arts. It's been a minute since we, Llama, we got that.
During my holiday, I spent about 3 weeks in Japan. I arrived pretty late, so I couldn't check into the hotel that I initially booked. So I booked the cheapest hotel that I could find nearby.
Okay.
Aesthetically, it was quite nice, but it did have easy access to the building, meaning anyone could come in and go to any room as they please. Plus, there was no security in sight.
Oh, that's
After
not bad.
arriving in my room, I ordered some food and watched some TV. Jet lagged from the flight, so I started to get ready for bed. As I was falling asleep, I felt the urge to double check the door just to see if it was locked. I didn't think anything was going to happen, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Thank you!
About 5 minutes after I checked the door, I heard footsteps outside. Initially, I thought it was someone leaving their room, but the footsteps started to pick up speed. The sounds started getting louder and louder, and I started to freak out a little.
Maybe they ain't
All
footsteps.
of a sudden, the sound stopped. I looked at the light shining through the bottom of my door, and there was a shadow of a person. At first, I thought it was room service, but it was too late for that. Or maybe it was some drunk idiot who was at the wrong room.
Bruh.
As soon as I switched my light on, the shadow disappeared. I was confused, but I reluctantly went back to bed. That's when I suddenly heard scratching coming from my door.
What?
So I immediately turned my light on and shouted,
Who's there?
After a moment of silence, I heard the footsteps slowly fade away. At this point, I was thinking it could...
He in Japan, too. Probably don't know a lick of Japanese. I'm like, Dare desu ka? Dare! Jitsu wa kirei na hoteru da yo.
I was thinking it could be some kids messing around, so I got up, opened the door, and peeked my head outside. I glanced in both directions down the dark and slim hallways. That's when my heart stopped.
Bro.
A man emerged from the darkness and ran erratically towards me. His face was contorted as he screamed, and I could see he was holding a knife in his right hand.
Close the door!
As he got closer, I could see him more clearly. He had disgusting long, dirty hair. His clothes were ripped, and he had cuts and bruises all over. I quickly slammed my door and pressed against it, praying that the man would just go away. After what felt like hours, I finally gathered my courage and looked through the peephole. He was gone.
Oh my God.
I let out a sigh of relief and checked the peephole again. My heart started pumping faster than ever before. He was right in front of the door. He was wearing a maniacal smile on his face, and all of a sudden he raised his knife and yelled,
"I'm gonna kill you!"
What?
I jumped back and kept my
He's
eyes
a
locked
regular
on the
white
bottom of
dude?
the door as I backed up to my bed. I grabbed my phone and started dialing the police. As I raised the phone to my ear, I saw that the shadow was gone. When the police arrived, I tried to explain what happened, and they checked the security cameras. They almost immediately recognized the man. He had been doing this to people for a while now, and the police had been trying to track him down for months. After a long night of no sleep, I finally arrived at the right hotel that I had booked initially in Tokyo.
Thank you.
That creepy guy was still on my mind, but I thought the chances of him being here were pretty slim, so I didn't bother locking my door that night.
What is wrong with
you? At 12:05 a.m., I woke up to a big bang next to me. I turned around to see the same guy passed out on the floor, with a knife in hand. I was in shock.
Are you?
How did he find me? I quickly ran out of the room and locked him inside.
How you lock him inside the room?
He was finally arrested. Let's just say I'm always going to be locking my doors from now on.
Bro, we thought you was smart in the beginning. And you're like, yeah, there's no way he could know where I am. I'ma just leave the door unlocked, even though it's literally zero work to lock the door.
Now the first one is gonna be a little bit interesting. I mean, look at that handsome fella in front of you. No, not this one. The one down there. Cory, move your face cam out of the way, please. Thank you.
Incredible.
Look at that guy. Look at those muscles. This was sent to us by Onyx, who said, I made an animation for you August of last year on my TikTok. So glad you're finally back. I've been watching you since 2014 and have put my brothers and mom on, and we've all been fans for years. Love you, Cory. Happy 2025. Onyx, can I just say, and to your family as well, thank you guys so much for, number one, Samurai slicing that like button. I'll give everybody a chance to, take a second to do that, because, that's a staple around here. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Samurai slice that like button. And then number two, making something like this for me, like this looks like it took a long time. Number three, supporting me, it means the world. Thank you so much, Onyx and your fam. Like, I see all of y'all, like... Wait, it's like paper. You guys see the separation between the other sheet? This is crazy. And it's called Norton. I wonder why. Wow. That's literally the... Brother handsome. This is crazy. They did this with paper. All right, number one, I feel a disturbance outside of my door. I'm not just about to go back to texting. So Onyx, I probably would have grabbed the shotgun or start screaming, one of the two. Like, look how quick I went back to texting. Oh! Onyx knows what time it is. I grabbed that shotgun immediately. Yo. Wow, that jump scare was kind of good too. Get to work. Oh. Oh. Now you know he did. Or not. No! Forcing. He's literally forcing me to upload. Yo! Why is this good? Like, look at my face. They had to draw all these different faces and expressions. Bro, I don't want to die. Like, I'm getting scratched up. Look at the blood on my shoulders. Like, look at this. Look at the lunging. Oh, this is crazy. I want to give him the other barrel. Okay. He's breathing like this. Yeah! That other butt shot. Uh-huh. What? That was crazy. Like, just the fact that they had to hand draw all of that. Hey, I say submit this to the Tribeca Film Festival. You know, but that's just me. All right, this next one's called Creepy Deep Web Horror Story, and it was uploaded by Wansi Entertainment. This was sent to us by Jalen Garcia.CoryxKenshin, so I can only imagine that you appreciate me. You've already sliced that like button, and the fact that you've sent me this could only mean that you adore me. And Jalen Garcia.CoryxKenshin, I adore you as well. Any deep web anything, I'm not a fan.
A few years ago, while I was in high school, the deep web was becoming very popular.
This is a brother. You can always tell a black guy from a white guy.
Years ago, while I was in high school, the deep web was becoming very popular. I never really got into it until my friend told me about it because he was into that weird stuff.
Yeah.
One day after school, I had nothing to do, so I went onto the browser Tor.
Oh.
I didn't really see much, so I called my friend over so he could help me out. Once he got to my house, we started searching more and more. We saw a lot of drugs and illegal weapons, stuff like that. Then he clicked on a link that was in a chat room, and the link said, "Watch this." As we're sitting there, we were just staring at the screen that went from black to the outside of a building within a few seconds. And out of nowhere, a sticky note that said, "Want to see something cool?"
No! No.
So then I typed, "Yeah, sure."
Oh. Wow.
What was weird was the guy wouldn't type. He just showed sticky notes in the camera. And he also never spoke. All of a sudden, the camera started moving toward the building that it was facing. As we're watching him move toward the building, we noticed that the building was in our neighborhood.
What?
Then he quit moving and put another sticky note that said LOL. That kind of creeped me
Bro, my camera died, but I mean, what if they didn't get on the deep web that day?
out. And then a person entered the building, which was eerily dark.
No.
The camera stopped at a padlocked door and then unlocked it and opened it. The camera moved toward the back of this dark room, and there was a dog bowl on the floor. Now at this point, the camera was only facing the dog bowl. A few moments later, whoever the person was that was holding the camera put something in the bowl that looked like just slop. Honestly, it looked like feces. Then you hear another door open and a girl crying in the background, along with a chain dragging. This girl shows up in the camera crying with a chain around her neck. And the guy shoved her face in the bowl and puts a sticky note in front of the camera that said, "Cool, right?" Then the screen goes black. We sat there for about 10 minutes in disbelief, but the stream was still live. Then out of nowhere, the camera was back on. Then it was in the corner of my street. Then another sticky note that said, 545 East 99th Street off of St. Clair. That was my address. Then another sticky note that said, "Open the door." We sat there confused, then out of nowhere, a knock at the door.
Somebody come knocking at my door? Now let me tell you something, brother. You wanna come knocking at my door looking for trouble? I got a friend here. His name is 12 Gauge. He only speaks one language, and that's buckshot.
Grabbed my phone, jumped up, and we both ran to the back door. Then we heard a knock at that door right before I grabbed the handle. At that point, we had someone at the back door and someone at the front door knocking.
Okay, y'all got two people.
We were stuck. Critical thinking wasn't my strength at that point. We ran upstairs, called the cops, and locked ourselves in my room. The cops showed up, but no one was outside. Only items that the cops found were 100 sticky notes, all with my address written on
How
it.
they got that much time?
I told the cops about the building with the girl, and they found it. The girl was 14 and had been missing for 5 weeks. We moved out of that house within a week. But I would never visit the deep or the dark web again?
Hey, Smile, man. I already learned about the dark web from Adam, and welcome to the game. Nah, y'all can have that. Now, I'm nerding out on this one because that's freaking me. This next one is called CoryxKenshin Animated Spooky Scary Sunday. It's gotta be the coolest. It's gotta be the biggest fourth wall break. This was uploaded by Fresh Geek, and it was sent to us by Iron Wolf Network. This is the coolest, man. This is the coolest.
I am gonna have a great time today. I love spooky.
The accuracy! The accuracy!
I love Spooky Scary Sunday. Do you? I just think that it's, you know, such a de-stressor. I had to deal with some things earlier. I don't want to get into it. The police might show up, but we don't have to worry about that. Right now, Spooky Scary Sunday is the only thing that I care about. And if anyone gets in the way of my Spooky Scary Sunday.
Oh my goodness.
But not you. You're my friend.
Look how good.
You're my friend, right? I like having friends.
How did they draw? Oh, it's freaking fire. This next one is called Burners, and it was uploaded by Pilot Red Sun. Now, this was sent to us by Infinite Taco Kenshin, who said, your afro will be gone after watching this. Huh? Nightmare Fuel. Nightmare Fuel.
If the popcorn catches on fire, just let me know.
Looks fine from here.
What are y'all sending me? It's on fire. What is this? What is this?
Why is there powder? It's a chronic buildup of my favorite iron dust. Pretty sure that's an OSHA violation. This is my house, dude. Don't jostle the heating ducts.
Oh!
I'm checking for pestilence. Found one.
Here is the best way to kill a spider.
This next one is called We're Watching You, and it was uploaded by one of the GOATs, Llama Arts. Now this was sent to us by Magic I think that might be Blaze. Anyway, they said, ha ha ha, good luck. Good luck, huh? Yeah, we'll see who's gonna need good luck. Ain't gonna be me. Story by Andre Fidelia.
Voices by Christian Johnston and Erica Letitia. Animated by Mama Arns.
Oh, okay.
This is not a narration? This is an actual story? Oh. Y'all see something? Oh, yep. Hey, listen. I don't got time for you, Playboy. I don't got time for you. Don't walk towards me in the nighttime. Alright? Well, foggy, I don't know if it's night. Better take your behind on the other side of the street. I'm gonna start acting crazy. Guys, you got plenty of options to disarm a situation like this. Do what you gotta do. Ah, my neck! You can literally do anything and people will be like, whoa, whoa. Roaches! Roaches! I'm telling you, I will act crazy. You won't want to kidnap me no more. Roaches! Roaches! What is wrong with me? Yep. You're not gonna want me anymore.
Everything okay, ma'am?
See, he trying to talk. Whoa! He needs some help. Huh. Why are you outside with no umbrella?
Shoe. There's no people. It's a quiet neighborhood. Maybe I'm just exaggerating.
Yeah, I mean, just getting drenched, soaking wet in the freaking rain. Sir, do you need something?
Is there something I can help you with, sir?
First of all, why are you talking to them? Like he can talk back. His mouth, look! And he talking to him like this is normal. Like, toes all out. I'm not talking to you. No shoes, no shirt, no service.
Come on, man. You're seriously freaking me out.
Whoa. Yeah, this dude having a nightmare.
Okay, alright, I get it. No one calls me on my birthday, so this is, I guess, what you decided to do instead? Listen, guys, I played enough Silent Hill, okay? This is nothing.
We're watching you.
What the hell?
You like to be seen.
Oh! You ain't catching me. Not happening. Oh yeah, he tweaking.
There's no one here. What's happening?
You're tweaking, brother. Whoa! Yo, I recognize that guy.
You like to be seen. What the f are you people talking about? Please be a dream. Please be a dream.
What? What did you eat last night?
How the hell did I get here? Where are those people? What were those people? Hello? Is anyone here?
What? See? Nah. Now y'all gotta get this RPG. What do you even do in this situation?
Stop it!
There's a lot of people out there. No, no, no! I knew he was about to do that.
Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video.
What?
Llama...
What? So was he just crazy? Next video is from Kmart, not Kmart. Chill out, y'all. What's good with you, Kmart? Thank you for sending in a video. You know, y'all 3 million of y'all, stand aside. It's me and Kmart right now. What's good with you, my fellow? The story is, he didn't say it had a name. I'm just gonna call it number 10.
Sarah!
A girl heard her mom yell her name from downstairs. So she got up and started to head down. Sarah! As she got to the stairs, her mom pulled her into her room and said,
What?
I heard it too.
What? Oh, Hanks, no! Bro. My eyes are about to start watering. Imagine you're in your room and then you hear your mom call you. You see her at the end of the hallway, but then your mom pulls you into a room and is like, I heard it too. Yo, my eyes are watering. Run it back.
Sarah!
A girl heard her mom yell her name from downstairs. So she got up and started to head down. Sarah! As she got to the stairs, her mom pulled her into her room and said,
I heard it too.
What the freak?
Stay.
Oh, come on with the buffering.
And don't make a sound.
Push it in. There you go. Oh my.
Sarah!
Oh my God! What is that? Why does that thing move like that? Be quiet. Dude, she just watched her mom get slaughtered in front of her. Don't leave yet! Yeah, she gone. She gone. Oh! She dead. Oh, she smacked it? This next animation is from Dr. Gojira. Hey, how's it going? You having a good day? Hey, your tweet made it onto the episode.
Also, I love you.
And this is called Henry Eats. It's supposed to be very weird, very disturbing. All right. I got a feeling this is nightmare fuel. Yep. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. And that's where I'm gonna stop you there, Chief. Yeah. Dr. Gojira, I don't know
what depth of YouTube you had to dive in order to find this. But that, I'm gonna push it back down. Push it back. First story of this week comes from Alyssa Sims. Alyssa, I hope I'm saying that right, because it kind of looks like Alicia. I'm gonna just say Alyssa. Thank you for sending this in. All the other samurai, move, clear out. It's me and Alyssa right now. Alyssa, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Alyssa has brought us a story called There's a Man in the Woods. All right. Animation style is pretty decent.
There's a man in the woods.
Great.
What a spectacle. Before the story started, this school was still respectable.
Bars.
My students used to skip down the hill to the honeysuckle, pluck a couple, and collect their nectar till they picked their fill. Except one obnoxious kid, Sid, who just watched them eat the flowers while he seethed and scowled because he couldn't bear to share his sweet treats throughout our recess hour.
It's because his forehead.
I remember Sid saying, "There's a man in the woods." That's how the rumors began.
Oh, he was lying.
Of course, Sid had spotted him first. The poor kids. He got him immersed in his spiel about a serial killer whose gun barrel glint hints at peril. A visit to the nurse, or worse, a hearse, waiting just beyond the dale. The children saw him everywhere. "Look, over there! That man had Batman ears, we swear, and crazy yellow eyes. We saw something rusty. His shotgun? It must be. I saw a lady's severed thigh." Rusty.
What?
Every word I heard was absurd. Yet each day Sid would stray down way past the playground. Who else was brave enough to save us from the killer's next plot? The rest of the lot would stop back at the blacktop, sure that any closer they were bound to be found deep in the woods, left to rot. I pleaded for the kids to think and learn to be mature, but after a few more rumors doomed my attempts to prove the school was secure, their fear was undeterred, and when the buses drove them all home, the parents finally heard. Everything just blew up. I received a wall of emails and calls full of shrieks, wails, and all from terrified families.
Yo, this kid!
Terrified families who'd heard word of the murderer and didn't like my lack of action at all. What was I supposed to do? Comb the whole forest? Yeah, right. Would you? That means I didn't care? That's not fair. The stories that worried you weren't true. Of course I would feel regret had there been a real threat and I ignored it, and some poor kid got kidnapped while the kids were napping. But you couldn't admit that your good little kid would formulate a fib, so you ignored what I said. Your little angels could never pick up such incredible creations. An overactive imagination maybe, but my kid could never lie. How dare I? Accuse a child of being dishonest? Just monstrous. The parents were displeased, and when PTA took action, they dismissed me from the classroom. Like they knew what was best for their kids. Do you know how difficult it is to get a job when a bitter mom slanders your rep with child neglect from the outset? Now who's in control of your classes? Single file lines? Single file lines. Little vile swine, a killer by the vine. Really? Are you blind? Will you find your spines? Sid, a child in crime. Those kids were lucky to have me. Do you see what you did? But I can play along. I can be good. Do you hear that, Sid? There's a man in the woods.
Yo! That was literally like a poetry slam. The little kid, you know, Sid. Yo, that was parents. Now you see the power of your freaking kid, especially in this day and age. Something like that will definitely pop off. Are you assuming that my kid is lying? Are you insinuating that he's a liar? People get so butthurt these days. I could definitely see something like that happening. You hear that, Sid? Hold on, let me get my... You hear that, Sid? There's a man in the woods. Oh, this animation though. Bro, be grateful that you not homeless. I was thinking about this when we had that polar vortex last week. There. Hey man, Just sleep in there for the night. Put the door back. I would have put that door back. What the freak you talking about? Oh, this is an entire apartment complex? Building? Whatever. Oh, I love this animation style. It's got that chowder effect where the texture doesn't move. Alright. We sleeping outside. Oh, we really sleeping outside. Oh no. Or I'm about to yeet that doll outside. One of the two. This is animated on a paper towel. I'm out. Oh. You see homeless people? Give them food. Don't give them money. They're gonna buy crack with it. I'm sorry. Bruh, ain't no food in there. You know that. Oh, he hungry. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta... What are you doing? Oh, it was a heart beating. Yo, where you get all them utensils? And the gas is still on in this place? You could have had that on to be warm. Bro, he just ate a heart. The wall had a heart. He didn't even savor it, number 2. Oh my gosh. Another one? Oh my gosh! Woo! Oh no! Give me back my I'm gonna have to poop it out! Oh no, dude! Woo! Oh! Right there! Bro! No! Live! Oh, heck no! Scary Skinwalker. You ever heard of skinwalkers? Yo, X-Men cartoons is a beast, man. Uh-oh. Hello. Oh.
My family and I live in Arizona, and we occasionally visit our Navajo family in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We left early to get there by noon or less. It is a very long and boring trip there, but we get there before noon and we have time to
running like
and
that.
talk with.
No. Nah, hold up. Bring that back, young boy. Look how my man running.
Get there before noon and we have time to mess around and talk with our extended family. And we, kids, start to play around till the evening starts to show.
I love the animation style though. Like, I love it. Oh no.
The house is too small for everyone to fit and sleep in. Some of the kids have to sleep in the trailer and truck camper, but 2 of my cousins and I had the amazing luck of sleeping in the old, slightly torn tent.
Okay. Not very, you know, nice or safe. No, thank you.
We are well asleep at this point, and for some unknown reason, I wake up. Of course, I'm still tired and rubbing my eyes while yawning, meaning I wasn't well aware of my surroundings. Once I finish rubbing my eyes, I look straight at the entrance of the tent and see a figure, illuminated by the back porch light, standing in front of the tent. At first I was scared, but thought it was my other cousins just messing with us. As this person was still standing outside our tent looking at us, I turned to one of my older cousins who was 2 years older than me to wake him up and tell him that someone was standing outside of our tent.
Bro, wake up!
He tries to brush me off, but I persist and he turns to me and asks me what I wanted. I tell him to look at the entrance of the tent, and he does.
Yeah, you see it?
I've never seen someone go from the brink of sleep to sheer panic and alertness in their eyes that fast before.
Yeah.
He looks at me with this panicked face and tells me to be quiet. He whispers to me that it's a skinwalker and that we need to be quiet again.
Skinwalker?
We lay there for the longest time, and from my memory, it was at least an hour or more. We were just about to go back to sleep because it hadn't done anything.
Bro, stay back!
Then it started to move around the tent.
Bro, that thing Naruto running around the tent right now. Woo!
Remember when I said this was an old tent? Yeah, it had some holes in it.
Oh, fantastic! And you're probably cold, too. I mean, what if it rains?
One of the holes was the size of a quarter, and I decided to be brave. As it continues to walk around the tent a 4th time, I slowly crawl towards the hole and try to take a look.
Why?
As I did this, my cousin told me to get back to the bed or it'll hurt us. Of course, as a kid, I ignored the warning. Wow. I'm at the quarter-size hole and looking out to see whatever it was. It comes around the hole, and what I saw was bone-chilling.
Oh! Oh! What?
I bolt back and hide under my sleeping bag while my cousin does the same. This thing decided to stop moving and start looking at us again. I hid under the covers and spent every ounce of energy being scared. And then
there's one fundamental thing that I'm not understanding here. Right when I first saw that thing, help! Help! Help us! I mean, it's like 50 people in the inside. You're either gonna take your chance trying to stay quiet and just hope this thing doesn't kill you, or you're gonna at least, if you're gonna go, somebody gonna come out and see that junk, and then they could shoot it and do what they gotta do. It's just I look at things from a black perspective. You know, when I'm threatened, I just yell automatically. I hear some, hey, hey, who over there? Hey, you know, that's just me. I'm not like, oh shoot, we gotta be quiet. Like, it's certain situations for that, all right?
And then I finally fell asleep.
Oh, okay, so their way worked. Maybe my way would have got me 8. All right. So that thing just was standing over him all night. I'm never sleeping in a tent again if I'm this guy. Ever.
I woke up early, maybe around 5. and I decided to look around the tent to see if there was anything there. I see footprints, bare footprints that send shivers throughout my body. I saw the footprints move around the tent. This hit me hard because I was now realizing it wasn't a dream. As I further investigate the footprints, I noticed that it went off track. It went off to the rocky hills nearby where we were staying at. I followed the track to the hills about a football field away from the house.
Why?
As I continue to follow the tracks, something strange and scary happens. It goes from 2 footprints walking for a while to footprints and handprints in the dirt starting to form. I found that kinda strange because no person would do that out here. As I followed the tracks further into the hills, the hands and feet started to get smaller and smaller. It then subtly changed into coyote paw prints. That is when I stopped and turned back home, first walking fast, then onto a full-on run. When I got back, I sat down on the back porch for a while and thought about telling my family, but I didn't think that they would believe me. In the end, I didn't tell anyone, even the cousin I woke up in the middle of the night.
He's like, we don't talk about what happened.
Well, that's my story. I urge you guys to not go into the Navajo reservation to go looking for them. You will bite off more than you can chew. We, my people, take these beings very seriously and do our best to not talk about them. Even though I broke this code, I just thought to warn you guys about them. Whoever is listening are the first people to hear this story. I had a few more stories to tell, but this is by far the scariest one I had.
Hey guys, you want a tip to circumvent everything he just said? Don't go camping! This next one is called Don't Stop for Gas at Night. Ooh, I'm already excited. And it was uploaded by Klart, who also did the CoryxKenshin Baldy animation, which you should check out. Why are you just staring at me like that? Can never go wrong with 0. That was a good video. Thanks again, Klart. Now this was sent to us by Rivehard, and he said gas up, light fire, slice them up. Now I'ma just give y'all a second, cause that was a little subliminal cue for y'all to slice that like button. So I appreciate you, Rivehard, for letting the community know, cause sometimes y'all be forgetting. Like, I don't know what's been going on with y'all.
Back in the summer of 2016, I got my first job.
Hold up! Let me turn that up.
Back in the summer of 2016, I got my first job at 18 years old. I was excited about the work, but not about the commute. Without traffic, it was a 30-minute drive both ways.
Dang!
And I normally got off work around midnight, and the last thing I wanted to do was drive a half hour to get home. During the first few weeks, I was still getting used to my new routine, and one of the first things my mother told me was to keep an eye on my gas tank, and if I ever needed more, I should leave early and stop on the way, but never on my way back.
True.
I understood her concern. I was a petite 18-year-old female, and I looked even younger. But being who I was, I half forgot, half ignored that advice. And one night on my way home, I realized I legitimately didn't have enough gas in the tank to get me to my exit. I pulled into the first station I could find, not caring about the brand or the cost of the gas. I decided to make it as quick as possible, and only put in about $10 worth, just to get myself out of there. I swiped my card and began pumping gas, and once it got to the $10 mark, I shut it off and printed out my receipt. Thinking the worst was behind me, I was about to climb back into my car and book it home, when a voice came from the tiny intercom above the pump. "Ma'am, there was a problem with your credit card payment." I paused and glanced at the guy at the counter.
I got my gas. If it was an issue, that gas shouldn't have came out the pump, partner. I'm out.
And felt a chill spiral down my neck. He was one of those tall, gaunt, sketchy-looking clerks, and was staring right out the window at me, beckoning me to come inside. I stepped back towards the gas pump and pressed the button on the intercom. "What's wrong with my card? I have a receipt. It went through just fine."
Yeah.
I didn't try to hide the annoyance in my voice. I didn't like the look of this guy, or the way he sounded. "I just need you to come inside, ma'am. Your receipt is incorrect. I'm going to need to run your card in here."
Huh?
He replied, a bit too quickly. I looked back at the guy through the window in frustration. There was no way I was going in there. where I would be alone with him.
Exactly.
He was staring at me wide-eyed, like some kind of creep. I stood my ground, pulled out my phone, and checked my credit card app. I held it up stupidly as if he could see it from there, and I pressed the intercom button again. It went through. I see it on my statement. I'm not coming in.
Get in the car!
Ma'am, if you attempt to leave, I'll call the police. I have your tag number. Please come inside.
I'll
I
show
then
them my
shouted at
receipt.
him from across the parking lot instead of pressing the intercom. Over $10 of gas, you're gonna call the cops? Fuck you. I'm leaving. I walked a few steps around my car and gave him the finger. I was just about to walk back around my car and climb into the driver's seat when I paused. He was mouthing something to me through the window. I would have ignored it, but he suddenly looked much more desperate than creepy. He kept beckoning me forward and calling out something that I couldn't hear through the window. I must have made a weird look, because 5 seconds later he slammed a piece of paper on the window where he had hastily written, "Guy in your car."
Huh? Oh! Oh, she running in now.
Inside the station, and once I was there, the clerk locked the door and told me to get down. He had his eyes on my car and had a gun in his hand. I squatted down behind the counter and watched the security cameras as a tall guy in sweatpants.
Time out. I want to call attention to the detail of the animation. We got Pocky, we got price tags, we got warning CCTV, we got employees restricted, we got lava soda. K-Lar, we appreciate the attention to detail. Look at this. We got a Pringles. Amazing. I'm immersed. Well, I'm sorry for breaking y'all immersion, but sometimes you just gotta appreciate.
I squatted down behind the counter and watched the security cameras as a tall guy in sweatpants and a windbreaker nudged my back door open, slid out quickly and jogged away into the night.
Wow.
I started freaking out. Turns out the clerk had noticed the guy hanging around the side of the building on the monitors. And as soon as I pulled in, he made a beeline for my car. He crouched down and opened the door, and slid himself inside as I was swiping my card, being careful not to close the door all the way behind him, so that I wouldn't hear anything. The clerk had noticed all of this on the camera.
He did it to save her. What a legend!
The clerk had noticed all of this on the camera, and immediately called the cops, who arrived a few minutes later. They searched the area and my car, but were not able to locate the guy, or anything that would lead back to him. The gas station clerk probably saved my life, because who knows what would have happened if I had driven off
Get your neck
with that
flick!
stranger in the back seat. I think the lesson here is obvious. It's not enough to be cautious. You have to stay alert as well. Be suspicious but not stupid. And always listen to your mom.
Facts in the chat. Can I get a fax in the chat on that one? Yo, that was amazing. One patron. We gotta fix that, guys. We have to. The clerk was giving her all that static just to save her life. He could have just been like, "Ma'am, there's a man in your vehicle." Because the way he went about it, like, I probably would have hopped back in the car too. Like, sucker, I got the gas. I would have jumped back in the car. This sucker trying to... Now this next one is called True Chuck E. Cheese Horror Story. Chuck E. Cheese. And this was uploaded by Horror Shorts Party, so I'm expecting greatness. Now this was sent to us by Kayla, who said, if you weren't already scared of Chuck E. Cheese, then watch this. I'm not scared of Chuck E. Cheese. Freddy Fazbear, that's a totally different situation. But Kayla, for submitting this story and for Samurai slicing that like button, I present to you a strawberry flavored Nutri-Grain bar. Open up. Kayla, it's real simple, right? When you eating something, you just let me see you do that.
This video is brought to you by NordVPN.
Nah, we skipped that. Y'all acting like y'all be actually watching my sponsors. Nobody be watching my sponsors, and I'll be trying to make them fun for y'all, doing the whole Ma! What? Like, but y'all, I know y'all be skipping them. Just know, YouTubers do sponsors because we need money. Now, some of y'all think I only make videos
when I need more money. But let me tell you something. I don't need no more money. You see all these Nutri-Grain bars on my desk? Do you see the drip? Damn. Need I say more? If I do a sponsor, it's because I'm probably about to give that money away to somebody else. Get into it. Let's get into it. Who narrating today? Who narrating? Singer Turner's Nicholson.
I've been holding on to this for a couple of years now. I feel like I need to get it off my chest. I had a few years to digest this, and now I'm ready to share my story with the world.
Speak.
I wish to remain anonymous, so for the sake of this story, my name will be Danny. The details of this story remain vivid, but somewhat foggy, as I try to reminisce on the distant memories that occurred a couple of years ago.
Okay.
It all started when me and my parents resided together in an old townhouse, which was located in a neighborhood notorious for having a high crime rate.
Yeah, it looked pretty trashy.
I never liked living there, and neither did my parents, but it was the only thing that we could afford at the time.
Okay.
My parents were a little rough around the edges, considering they had both been through a lot in their younger years. My dad has had a few run-ins with the law.
Your dad looked like the type of dude you don't want to share a cell with. Look at his elbow. Bent forwards? Y'all know what that means.
While my mom lost both her parents at a very young age.
Dang.
So seeing them edgy at times didn't faze me at all. Well, I'm doing my best, alright?
Can you do something else? What you're doing isn't working.
I'd like to see you do better.
Well, do better, damn it!
Shut the hell up already. I'm tired of hearing you nag all day.
You shut up, you bum!
Almost every night, I could hear the constant back and forth bickering that occurred for hours on end between my parents.
You don't want to hear that.
They would always fight over what I assumed to be financial related issues, which had only gotten worse over the years. My parents both didn't really make much money on their respective jobs, so hearing them argue was almost a daily occurrence. I was always scared that things would turn violent, especially with the way these two went at it.
Uh-oh.
I can make out my mom saying,
If you don't get a real job, I'm taking Danny and we're moving out!
What in the hell are you talking about? He doesn't even like you.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut the hell up!
I remember hearing sounds of my mom opening up the kitchen drawers, which led me to assume she was searching for something sharp and potentially do the unthinkable.
Run out there.
That's when I decided to head downstairs and mediate the feud.
Break it up, break it up.
Hopefully put it to rest. As I approached the kitchen, I could see my mom holding a huge knife in an overhand grip.
Mom?
The kind of grip that someone uses in preparation of stabbing someone.
Mom, what are you doing?
I could also see my dad holding one of the dining room chairs, in which I assumed was his defense mechanism.
What are you doing here, Danny? Didn't I tell you never to leave your room unless you have to use the washroom?
Mom?
I'm sorry, Mom, but I heard you and—
Go to your room, you little turd!
Don't—
Give me the knife, Mom. Give me the knife.
Go to your room, you little turd!
Don't call him that!
Don't tell me what to do.
Dad, my feelings are not
Mom,
hurt.
Please don't kill Dad.
I said go to your room, Danny.
Leave Danny alone and put the knife away, Helen.
Mom!
That's when my mom began piercing the family portrait of us.
Mom got it.
Except she was only piercing the portion with my dad's face.
Yo.
Mom, stop! Please stop it! It's been a couple weeks after the whole saga had occurred.
Yo.
My parents ended up getting a divorce, which unfortunately left me to reside with my mother.
Oh.
The court unfortunately ruled that my mom would be in favor of getting custody of me due to my dad's criminal history with the law.
Oh, man.
I honestly contemplated on running away due to how much I dreaded living.
Y'all know it's about to happen when you don't take the trash out, right? Imagine you forgot to take the trash out once. You gonna be all comfortable in bed, go open your eyes, just see your mom standing over you. Danny? Did you forget to take the trash out?
With her. Especially with how toxic and controlling her behavior was.
Toxic!
I would spend most of my time locked in my bedroom, sulking. I couldn't live a normal life like the rest of the younger individuals in my neighborhood. Why in the hell do I have to live with her? Why couldn't I just live with Dad? He was always the better parent.
Dang.
I can't stand her. I wish she were dead.
Whoa!
What made this even worse was the fact that I had a curfew during my school days. I didn't even have time to join any after-school clubs or sports teams due to the simple fact that I was too worried about not making it home on time.
Dang, bro.
I remember my mom locked me out of the house for several hours due to the fact that I was 5 minutes past my curfew.
CPS.
The one thing I found even more aggravating was how my mom permanently banned me from going to the local Chuck E. Cheese restaurant.
You're going too far. I was okay with you locking them outside of the house for a couple hours. No, that's fine. But you took Chuck E. Cheese away from my boy?
Down the street from my residence. For those that aren't familiar with Chuck E. Cheese, it's a restaurant that has arcade games and playrooms for younger crowds such as myself. I enjoyed going there, as it would bring back fond memories of when me and my dad used to go.
Chuck E. Cheese,
where a kid can be a kid.
As it would bring back fond memories of when me and my dad used to go. I usually went to Chuck E. Cheese every time it was my birthday, just as a tradition my dad established when we all used to live together. But all of that is gone now. My mom took my entire childhood away from me, which I find equivalent to ripping my heart out of my chest.
Dang, bro.
She selfishly didn't want me going because she didn't want me to be reminded of my dad's existence.
That's deep.
The rules and restrictions I had to abide by really made it difficult to make any friends, which put me in a dark state of mind for the latter part of my life. There was one night where I decided to approach my mom and convince her to bring me to Chuck E. Cheese for my upcoming birthday. I honestly cared more about Chuck E. Cheese than my actual birthday itself, which is why I ended up using it as an excuse to go there.
Okay.
Hey, Mom, can we please go to Chuck E. Cheese for my...
No, Danny, I already told you this.
But it's for my birthday.
No.
I anticipated the rebuttal my mom was going to throw at me, but that didn't stop me from being persistent with my request. After a few tears and relentless...
Whoa! CoryxKenshin with the spooky scary Sunday? Or shortest part of you put me in? You should have. Damn right, getting some recognition. That spooky scary Sunday, huh? Yeah, no. That's so fire, bro. Thank you so much, man. That's so
My
cool.
mom eventually caved in and agreed to take me there on my birthday.
Alright,
the exhilaration of going to Chuck E. Cheese after all these months was honestly something I would compare to an inmate getting released from jail.
Look at his eye.
I felt so excited, to the point where I didn't even care about anything else.
Yo!
Just me and the place that I once grew to love. My birthday eventually arrived, and it was time for me to finally visit Chuck E. Cheese once again.
Yo.
It was about the evening time, so the venue was usually packed to full capacity. I couldn't help but marvel at what was in front of me, as I genuinely felt I was a kid in a candy shop.
That guy! Y'all saw him?
I must be dreaming. I immediately started playing the arcade games while my mom wandered off to grab some food.
Enjoy yourself, buddy.
I remember being so hungry, but at the same time so infatuated with every arcade game that was in front of me.
Yeah, there we go.
I couldn't help but indulge in countless games, as I knew this could be my very last time at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
That's when I felt a strange tap on my shoulder.
What?
I turned towards the direction of where I felt the tap, only to see a large Chuck E. Cheese rat mascot hovering over me.
You alright?
I was a little alarmed that the mascot would approach me, considering there were hundreds of guests in attendance. Hey, Chucky? The mascot didn't say anything.
Bro.
He just stood there staring at me with his big elongated eyes.
What are you looking at?
I noticed he had red stains on his costume, which I assumed to be pizza stains.
Yeah, that's pizza sauce.
But then I noticed the stains had transferred onto the shoulder area of my shirt from the tap he did earlier.
Relax.
I now knew that these were definitely not pizza stains.
Why not?
They had to be blood stains of some sort. Chucky, is she gone? Yeah, she is. Here, take my hand, Danny. I missed you, Dad. I missed you too, son.
What? Yo!
This next one is called Pizza Delivery Story 3, and it was uploaded by one of the most goated animators, Llama Arts. How you been? Now, this was sent to us by Kristen Mells, who said nothing. Wow. You didn't want to talk to me, Kristen? I could have had like a little personal moment. Actually, you know what, Kristen? I'ma create our moment. Okay, you didn't have to say nothing. I get it. You're shy, right? You probably didn't know what to type after that. Well, this song is dedicated to you, Kristen Mells. Kristen Mills. Thank you. Yo, we haven't watched the Llama Arts in a minute.
This happened in April of 2021.
Okay.
My region hadn't been hit so hard by COVID, so most aspects of our lives were normal. I had graduated in 2020 and I needed a job. I was 18 at the time, almost 19. I wasn't studying and I didn't know what the hell to do with my life. So in March, I got a job at Pizza Hut as a delivery driver and kitchen hand.
Respect.
The night
I know some of y'all 18, 19, 20, young 20s. Y'all in that stage where it's like you graduated high school, maybe you want to go to college, maybe not. You just don't really know what you want to do. But respect to this guy and anybody who at least is working, at least is putting together a plan. It's okay to not know what you want to do, but as long as you're making moves, all right, you're out here at least trying to grind something to get closer to where you want to be, much respect. You think this dude want to work at Pizza Hut sweeping the freaking dirty floors after people? But that's just a temporary situation. Let's see what happens with this guy.
It seemed normal. It was one of those days that didn't seem like anything interesting would happen, but those are always the days when the unexpected happens, you know?
Yeah.
It was around 10:30 on a Saturday night. We closed at 11, so it was just me and my boss during the last hour.
Okay.
As usual, we got a late order. It was close, and I had finished mopping and sweeping the floor, so it was no hassle. My boss was always prepared for a million orders to come at the last minute, so he asked me to do it as fast as possible.
Right.
The restaurant was located in a plaza on the main road. The traffic was consistently heavy on a Saturday, so I avoided the main road and took the side exit. Even though the plaza was in one of the busiest parts of town, this street, however, was always so dark and empty. This street was also really long, so all you could see were the traffic lights about 500 meters ahead.
Dang!
Something was confusing me though, like my eyes were playing tricks on me. There was this black shadow blocking part of the lights, and there was this metallic object shining in the light above, bobbing up and down like it was floating. As I got closer, I could see the bottom of this dark silhouette. It looked like it was walking. So I approached with caution, preparing to brake or swerve. I got close enough to see this person was dressed in a long coat with a hood similar to a cowl,
I can see.
which is unusual where I live.
Is that death?
I turned my car lights on bright and honked my horn, hoping that they'd move to the side or something, but they didn't even flinch.
Bro.
Finally, I got close enough to see that it was some asshole dressed as Death.
What is my dude honking at him for? He's on the sidewalk.
Bruh.
He's not even in the street. Like, we got Grim from Billy and Mandy over here. He just minding his business. He's just a non-driver, that's all.
Carrying a scythe. Something was odd, though. People, even if they are on the sidewalk, usually look over their shoulder at an approaching car.
I mean, they don't have to.
They didn't. As I drove past, however, this person ever so smoothly looked right into the window of my car on the driver's side. It gave me such a fright, like when people clap in your face. I passed them too quickly to see their face, let alone see what gender they were. After I passed them, I looked into my rearview mirror trying to see them, but it was so dark. I stopped at the traffic lights, and that's when I started to panic. I remember those scary clown guys who used to block people's path and tap on car windows.
They could get ran over.
So I went through the red. No one was on this road anyway. I pulled over to the side and tried calling the cops at the station, just in case some—
What? Bro, you mean to tell me this is a male Karen? At the very least, we got somebody dressed as the Grim Reaper, standing on the sidewalk, minding their business, not doing nothing. And then they just give you a quick little glance. You got a little scared because you all... If you would have just kept your eyes on the road to begin with, you probably wouldn't even seen them, much less paying like 99% of your attention to them. Now you gonna call the cops? This is crazy so far.
somebody hits them, but no one answered. I remembered my boss told me to hurry, so I just went on with the delivery.
Deliver your pizza, bro!
I got to the house and parked on the side of the road, and I gave the people their pizza. It's always awkward handing over the pizza in silence, so to make conversation, I told them what I saw.
Bro, this protagonist delivering a pizza? What do you mean it's awkward? Bro, take your freaking pizza. Yeah, that'll be $17.84. Take the money, go. This dude was like... There was a guy over...
They laughed and said that it was probably someone making a TikTok. I laughed as well. I guess it was a pretty good prank.
Bro,
I got in my car and went to start it,
behind home,
but I couldn't find the keys. I checked outside my car as well, but I couldn't find them. I searched for ages, but no luck. I started to panic and kept thinking about that person I saw on the street. I jumped into my car and locked it from the inside. I almost started crying when I heard jingling. I looked to my right to see that person dressed as Death, holding my keys, staring into my window. I felt everything in my body pulsating.
Now
but I couldn't move.
We can be scared.
It was like they were staring into my soul. Eventually, I started acting on instinct. I don't remember thinking or doing it, but all of a sudden I was holding down the locks inside my car. My car is small and only has 2 doors, so I could easily reach across and hold both the locks down. They started spamming the car remote and trying to open the door. I was using all my energy to hold down those locks. I don't think I'd ever used so much effort and strength before in my life. All this time, I couldn't take my eyes off them. This person, this thing, standing over my car with a scythe. I knew that if they got in, I wouldn't stand a chance. The shadow from the hood hid their face. Was this even real? They stopped trying to get in and just looked at me. I started screaming out of exhaustion, and I became dizzy. My vision was blurred.
Bro.
There was a silence, and then about 10 dogs started barking close by. This gave me hope. While leaning on the scythe, they lowered their body and put their face only a few centimeters from the window. Finally, I could see this person had covered themselves with a skull mask. We both froze and just stared at each other. I couldn't help but look into their eyes. The eyes. There was something unnerving about them. They didn't look like they were holding in laughter, like it was a prank. Through this creepy skull mask,
no, that's creepy.
I saw that they just looked curious, like how a little kid looks at an animal in the zoo. I shut my eyes and started calling for help. I had been screaming for so long, why couldn't anyone hear me?
Bro.
I feared.
He's still in a driveway of the house he just delivered the pizza to, right? Here's what I'm about to do. Now, I got like the reflexes of a cornered cheetah, okay? He's like stretched out, got his foot on the passenger door. I'm opening the door, doing a quick spin out of the freaking car while I'm airborne, hitting a quick tatsu to close the door, running to the freaking front door of the house that I'm at, lowering my shoulder, crashing through, running up the stairs, doing a front flip into the bedroom of the family of the pizza I just delivered, landing in the center of the 2 people that are in the bed, and I'm gonna be like, the door. What? I'm telling you.
I remembered my phone had Google Assist. With my hands still in the locks, I tried my luck and said, "Hey, call 000." It worked.
What's
And my
that?
phone contacted emergency services. I could not
that
describe
real?
the feeling I got hearing the voice of the operator on the other line. I heard the blunt jingle of keys dropping. I opened my eyes, and the person dressed as Death had disappeared. I tried looking around, but I didn't want to move. I just spoke to the lady on the line while holding the locks. She told me to keep doing what I was doing, and that she was sending the police. I waited on the line with her until the police arrived. It felt like hours, but it was only around 10 minutes. I told them what had happened. Because the person was threatening and I feared for my safety, I was required to make a formal statement to the station. They told me they'd keep it on file. The officers spoke to the people in the neighborhood, and none of them heard me scream or saw anything, and they were used to the dogs going off at night. I found my keys around 2 meters from my car. I called my boss, and the officers followed me back to my work, where I signed out. I then followed them to the police station. I called my parents, and they took my statement. It was almost 1 a.m. when it was finally finished.
Dang.
This was a couple of months ago, but sometimes it feels like I'm going crazy. It was probably some asshole messing with me, but they just looked so curious, like they were studying me. Or they enjoyed watching me feel helpless and terrified. I still do deliveries, but I never leave my keys in the car.
Should never do that to begin with. Wow, that was kind of crazy. You know, the whole time I was thinking it was like a supernatural thing. I don't know why the cloak, and when he was first driving up on it, I thought it was like Death. But it was a guy in a mask. If he wanted to like kill this guy so bad, why didn't he just break the window of the car? And why did he want to kill him so bad to begin with? Probably because he wasn't minding his own business.